This video is dedicated to Sushant Singh Rajput. India mourns a great loss.
One day, a father and a daughter were walking through the forest. The daughter saw a huge branch which had fallen down from a tree. It looked very heavy, and it was. She said, "If I try, father, will I be able to move this?" The father said that if you try all your strength, you surely will. The daughter tried and she tried, but she could not move it. So then, with great disappointment, she replied, "I cannot move it." The father then said, "I said, use all your strength. Try again." She tried and she tried and she used all her strength, but she could not move it. She was even more disappointed. And then she looked at her father. The father said, "I said, use all your strength. You did not ask me for my help. I am also a strength for you." In this story, we learn that our real strength lies not in independence but in interdependence. When we ask someone's help, that does not show weakness, that shows wisdom. So we should never be afraid for asking anyone's help. Today, from this story, I would like to talk about mental. Sometimes people think that talking about mental health is a taboo. It is not. You should be able to talk about what you feel. You should be able to talk about anything, because not talking about something that is affecting you will either shape your personality into something which is not you, whom you do not would not even recognize right now, or it could lead to steps like suicide or something. So you should always talk. If you do not have anybody to talk to, you can always have contact these helpline numbers, which I will be putting up right now. You should refer to these numbers whenever you feel like you have to need to talk to someone, that you're feeling something that is troubling you. Exercising only helps with your physical health, but you also have to take care of your mental and spiritual health. This is about taking care of your mental health. In these corona times, we often sit at home alone, and when something affects us, it will even be the stress that we could have corona. We could infect our friends and family with corona if we get it. But that is not it. If there's anything troubling you while you sit at home, or while any time during the whole year, even after corona is gone, or something troubling you from way before corona came in, you should be able to talk about it, and you should talk about it to these people. You should never feel like you have nobody in the world to talk to. There are always so many people that actually love you, even if you do not feel it. But there are people that love you. This is also a sign of mental distress when you know somebody loves you, when you know that there are people around you who love you, but you still feel that nobody loves you. That is also a sign. There are many signs which I have looked upon, and I will be talking about them. But this segment is mainly about talking. So even if you have nobody to talk to, talking to a stranger, the stranger does not care. He will care about you. He will talk to you. But he does not care about telling other people. So you can always trust these helpline numbers, and you should definitely contact them if you have nobody to talk to about. Sometimes people are afraid to talk about mental health because we just use terms like schizophrenia, OCD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, and so many other words so freely, like they mean nothing. Like depression means nothing, like bipolar means nothing. We just say like we don't mean it. But sometimes you should not be just saying these words, because these are actually clinical terms which are actually medical disorders, and talking about it is not bad, but just labeling something depending on these terms actually causes taboo. So, if you are talking about these things and just attacking some people for having these, even if they don't have it, don't do that. It is just not right. You can't go like, I just had a breakup. I'm in depression. You guys dated for like 2 weeks and you're in depression. You do not even like each other that much. Everybody could see it, but you have depression. So you wrote the spelling wrong. You have autism. So people just use these terms so freely like they mean nothing, which is actually wrong. I mean, if you can help somebody with it, help him. But do not use these terms to cause more worry, stress, taboo to them. Maybe you should care about what other people think. You should care. So, as I said, I would be sharing some of these signs with you, and I made a list of them. I went on certain sites. I went on actually a lot of sites so that I don't miss out on something, because mental health is actually very, very important. So, the first is feeling sad or down. Next is confused thinking or reduced ability to concentrate. Third is excessive fears, worries, guilt, or extreme feelings of guilt. Fourth is extreme mood changes with a series of highs and lows. Then is withdrawal from friends and certain activities. Then there's significant tiredness, low energy, and with all this, problem sleeping. So like when you want to sleep and you cannot sleep, kind of thing. Next is detachment from reality, paranoia, or hallucinations. Inability to cope with daily problems or stress, then trouble understanding and relating to people or other situations, then problem with alcohol or drug use, then major changes in eating habits like anorexia, then excessive anger, hostility, or violence, and the last is suicidal thinking. There are more signs, but these are like the major ones which people should focus on. So, even if you have some of them, it is actually kind of harsh, but not all of them. You will not have all of them, but even a lot of them or most of them is harsh, and I think you should talk about what you're feeling with people. Mental illness is something which from time to time affects your thinking or what you're feeling or your behavior. But it becomes a disorder when it is affecting your ability to function, and it really starts to get to you, and you have a lot of behavioral changes from time to time, and you're really really troubled. That's when it becomes a mental health disorder. Why mental health is so important? Because it also comes with certain complications, like you do not like your unhappiness, and you stop enjoying life at all. Suicide and homicide, which is self harm or harm to others. Like you start having conflicts with your families. You have problem with finance or stuff. You start keeping yourself isolated from society, and you just push everything far away and only keep sadness and all these negative thoughts around you. We've now reached the end of this video. What I would like to focus on in the end is prevention and the cure. So, if you have some of these symptoms, the first thing is taking medical help, going to a doctor, talking about something, and learning what triggers your symptoms and trying to stay away from it. Sometimes toxicity of the people around you, like fake friends or something, also triggers. Then if you've seen something traumatic like PTSD, post traumatic, I forgot the full form, sorry. So those kind of stuff. So you have to learn what triggers your symptoms, stay away from it, and take care of yourself. Okay, so the next or the second thing to do is getting routine medical care. If you have been diagnosed with something, so you have to go get checkups done frequently, because you may be thinking that I'm getting better. So you stop, having medication. So, and it only gets worse, or maybe that medication is causing side effects. but routine care is important. So after you're diagnosed, or if you're getting diagnosed, you should often go to the hospital or to the doctors or to the psychiatrist. They will help you. Third is getting help when you need it. You cannot just go like, you know, there's a lot of time for it, I don't need it right now. Sometimes the longer you take to treat something, like if you have a cut and then you do not put medicine or wash it at that point of time, it gets infectious and hurts more. So that's when this is an example of things getting worse. So when you think you are diagnosed with something, or when you think you need help, you should go as soon as possible to get it, even if you think it's going to be all right. Sometimes it may not, so you should not take that risk. Fourth, and most importantly, is taking good care of yourself, including self love. So, routine exercise, eating healthy food, taking care of yourself, keeping yourself first, talking to a loved one frequently. These things will help you take good care of yourself. You don't need people to worry about you sometimes when you know that you can take good care of yourself and you'll be okay soon. So you have to, take responsibility for yourself. You have to learn how to enjoy life. Even if you're going through something, you should know you will get through it. You just have to be there for yourself. And there are people out there who are there for you too. So there is love all around you. You just have to feel it. If you missed it, then here in the end, here are these numbers again. First, I will show them for India and then for the US. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do take my advice about mental health, because it is not a joke how people take it. It is actually something which affects you long term sometimes. So you should really get yourself checked if there's something troubling you. It is very important to take good care of our physical, mental, and spiritual self. I don't think you believe in, if you don't think that you believe in spirituality or something, but still, mental and physical health is very, very important. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and especially share with those people whom you think might need help. Share your concerns with them too.